Okay, I am here with young standout Antonio Napolitano, youngest recruit of Three Lions promotion, middleweight 7-0. How are you doing, brother?
Good, Manny. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. So this one's going to be a little different because technically speaking, we can't talk about your opponent just yet because we're waiting on paperwork to get finalized. I do have an idea where we're heading towards, so I can say words like tough, durable Mexican opponent. Um, I just want to know, you're now going to be heading into your ninth fight as a pro. You don't have any final notice on your opponent, but I know it doesn't really matter to you. How have you been training, and how's that been going down for your upcoming fight, September 30th?
I've been sparring a lot of good guys. I've been eating clean. I was in the best shape of my life back in June when I was supposed to fight Brandon, and unfortunately it was canceled. So it's hard to get motivated again right after you train for the biggest fight of your professional career, and it falls through. And it was just a case of saying, you know what, we just got to get back on the grind. And I got in a good routine. I sparred a light heavyweight from Buffalo tonight. I sparred a kid from St. Catharines tonight. And it was just a case of getting back on the grind for me.
That's good to hear. So I'm happy you brought up something because it is the elephant in the room. I mean, when people think about you, when people Google you, it is what comes up the most current. You did fight Brandon Brewer, fellow Canadian middleweight. It unfortunately went to a draw, which some people felt it could have went the other way. Um, he is going to be fighting, I believe, in October as well. He's got something lined up. So for the fans, hopefully, maybe sometime after that, we will get the eventual rematch. Um, my question is this: if he's listening, right? What words of advice do you have for him for his next upcoming fight?
For Brandon's upcoming fight, well, I'm not really sure the details of it, but I mean, if we're talking technical boxing, I mean, just do what he's been doing because it's been working. It's been working for him. He only has two losses in his career. They were against world class fighters. So whatever he's doing is clearly working for him. So I would just advise him to stay healthy, not get injured, and just do what he does best.
That's what I thought you were going to head with. Basically, don't lose and don't screw this up for us because we might have something cooking in the future.
Don't mess up the pot. Exactly.
So let's talk about the pot a little bit. You're currently ranked fourth in Canada. We've got Brendan Brewer as your potential speed bump at number three right now. Number one, there's a small potential he might retire, and I believe the other guy somewhere along 18 or 19 fights. I don't think that's going to be in the very near future for you just yet. But as far as being a standout in Canada, your division is stacked, stacked. There's all kinds of names, a lot of big name fighters in your division. Uh, Now, regardless of what BoxRec says, uh, what's your end game? What's your goal for you? Do you see yourself eventually potentially fighting one of these big names? And who's a name that you would love to fight?
So my game plan as of before June was to fight Brandon, um, assuming I was going to win that fight. The fighter that I really wanted to go after, not so much in the Canadian rankings, but in the world, was Nico Ali Walsh. He's a middleweight. I believe he signed with Top Rank. He is the grandson of Muhammad Ali. I'm currently ranked. I believe I'm ranked above him in the world rankings, and he's a good fighter. But I believe that he has the attention and he has he has the name he has because he's Muhammad Ali's grandson. I believe that's where his marketing, like he is who he is because he's Muhammad Ali's grandson. I don't think he is who he is because of his skills, and it's definitely a winnable fight for me. So the in the perfect world, I would have loved to fight Brandon, get that ranking, and then maybe go down and get something big, fight Nico Ali Walsh, win that, and then you're right there. But obviously the fight getting canceled was a setback, so I have to go a different route. Now I don't know what that's going to be, but I'm taking it one fight at a time, and we'll see what happens.
So I want to point out two things. Nico Ali's brother, I believe, just had his first MMA fight, and Nico
No,
Ali just this weekend took his first loss. So you
no
weren't too
way.
far off. Yes, sir. Took his first loss.
Oh, I
His
missed
draw
it.
dog.
That could have been me. That could have been me, man.
Well, if the fans would like, I would suggest they look at the fight, and I would agree with you strongly with your comments because unfortunately, even the opponent he faced, which might be a good name for you, he didn't necessarily have a name before, but now he carries being the guy to officially give him his first defeat. So that might be some potential for you. The reason I was bringing all this up is this weekend is a big fight. We got Liam Beefy Smith against Chris uh, Eubanks. Now, I'm not a fan of Eubanks. I paused on his name there because I was thinking of some mean things to say. But what do you think of that fight, and who's your winner for this rematch that they're having this week?
I'm. Oh man, I must be lost because I follow a lot of boxing on Instagram, but I didn't know that rematch was happening. Is Eubank Jr. rematching Liam Smith?
Yes, sir.
Man, where
Liam
have I
Beefy
been?
Smith and this Saturday. Watch me talking boxing, bro. Instagram.
Did yeah? Did did
Mondays, I do
Eubank?
the schedule.
Do you? I've been so tied up with work, with everything. I have to go see Dan for tickets this weekend. It's my whole day's a sprint. I don't even have time to clean my car. But yeah, no,
Eubank,
I'm
Eubank or
very.
Smith?
Did Eubank switch trainers for this fight?
No,
No, he's getting knocked out. Yeah, you know what?
he's
Usually
demanding that
fight
the towel will not be thrown in.
so usually in boxing, if two fighters fight and one wins a decision in the rematch, the fighter who lost will usually beat him. That's how it goes. But if they fight and it's a knockout, usually in the rematch, the same guy wins, but the knockout happens even quicker. That's just how it goes. So I think I'm definitely taking Smith.
All right, I'm a Smith guy too.
Yeah.
So before I let you go, just a reminder to the fans, there are still a few tickets available. You're going to have to hit up your favorite fighter. I would suggest Antonio. It seems like he's going to have a couple tickets available. You can watch the event live on pay-per-view, view stubs, Saturday, September 30th, live from Hamilton Convention Center. You'll be able to watch a young stud like this do his thing amongst many others and some terrific fights, a main event with Ryan Rodzicki and Atlante Green, a spectacular night of fights. Looking forward to it. Thank you for your time, brother.
Thank you, Manny. Good to talk to you again.
All right. All right. That's it, bud.
Good. How's things?
All right,
You
thank
spoke
you, thank you, thank you.
smoking the cannon after we're off live.
Well, I got to